The world around us is moving faster than ever, and sometimes it feels like if you blink, you might miss the moment that could change your life forever. Right now, one of the most powerful forces shaping our economy and our future is artificial intelligence. It's not just a trend or a passing fascination. It's a technological revolution that is transforming industries, redefining jobs, and creating opportunities that were unimaginable just a few years ago. AI is no longer confined to labs or science fiction movies. It's embedded in the software we use, the devices we carry, and the systems that drive our global economy. Investors are seeing unprecedented returns, and the headlines scream of the $12 trillion AI boom. The numbers are staggering, and yet, beneath the excitement, there is a lesson that goes far beyond charts and percentages, a lesson about vision, patience, and understanding the rhythm of change. Those who rush blindly into the moment, chasing headlines without understanding the context, often find themselves swept away when the tide turns. The truth is that true growth and lasting wealth are built not merely by following momentum, but by thinking deliberately, by seeing the patterns that others overlook, and by acting with clarity even when everyone else is driven by fear or greed. Abigail Johnson, a name synonymous with thoughtful investing and disciplined strategy, has often emphasized that understanding the past is one of the greatest tools for navigating the present. By studying the cycles, the booms, and the inevitable corrections, we gain perspective that allows us to make smarter decisions today. AI is extraordinary in its promise, yet it carries risks that cannot be ignored. Concentration risk, where a small cluster of stocks dominate returns, is rising. It's easy to get seduced by stories of overnight fortunes, but those who build enduring wealth approach opportunity with both optimism and caution, balancing the thrill of growth with the stability of strategy. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, wind rushing past, looking at a horizon lit with possibility. The temptation is to leap immediately into the unknown, but the wisest among us pause, feel the ground beneath their feet, and measure the strength of their wings before taking flight. That is the mindset Abigail Johnson encourages, a balance between ambition and awareness, between courage and preparation. Today, the AI sector is like that horizon, shimmering with opportunity, but demanding respect for its complexity. Every investor must ask themselves not just how high they can climb, but how prepared they are for the sudden shifts, the moments when the market tests their conviction. History teaches us that every technological surge, from the rise of personal computing to the dot-com era, carries both immense promise and hidden peril. Some of the companies that once seemed invincible faltered under the weight of their own growth, while others, quietly disciplined, rose to define a new era. Abigail Johnson reminds us that these lessons are not abstract. They are practical tools for navigating the present. Paying attention to patterns, studying momentum with a critical eye, and understanding when enthusiasm becomes overexposure are the skills that separate those who are merely chasing excitement from those who are building lasting impact. And make no mistake, AI is already reshaping lives beyond Wall Street. Healthcare is being revolutionized by predictive algorithms. Transportation is being reimagined with autonomous systems. And finance, of course, is being transformed with automated insights and data-driven strategies. The question for each of us is not simply whether to participate, but how to participate wisely. The temptation to follow the crowd is powerful. Social media amplifies every sudden surge, every headline of meteoric gains, every story of fortunes made seemingly overnight. Yet, beneath the surface, there is a current of risk that few truly appreciate. Abigail Johnson has long emphasized the importance of awareness in such moments, the need to separate noise from signal, hype from reality. True growth, she suggests, is often quieter than the headlines would have you believe. It's measured, deliberate, and resilient. To approach the AI boom with this mindset is to see opportunity not as a gamble, but as a strategic decision, one informed by both history and insight. Consider for a moment the idea that investing is not just about money. It is about understanding cycles of human behavior, recognizing when optimism turns into irrational exuberance, and knowing how to position oneself to capture growth without falling prey to its inevitable reversals. In that sense, wealth is as much about perspective as it is about numbers. And perspective comes from discipline, patience, and reflection, the very qualities Abigail Johnson embodies in her approach. The world will continue to accelerate, new technologies will emerge, and markets will rise and fall, often with astonishing speed. Yet those who anchor themselves in knowledge, who balance excitement with prudence, will find that they are not merely spectators of history, but participants in its making. Every day, new investors are drawn into the AI narrative, dazzled by its scale, its speed, and the stories of success. But the most enduring gains are reserved for those who temper enthusiasm with insight, who take the time to study the landscape before taking action, and who recognize that risk is not eliminated by avoidance, but managed through strategy. In essence, the AI boom is a mirror, reflecting both our ambitions and our fears, our hopes and our preparedness. Abigail Johnson's philosophy teaches that true opportunity lies at the intersection of awareness and action, and that the greatest rewards often come to those who see beyond the headlines to the deeper currents shaping our world. This is not just about stock prices. It is about timing, understanding, and the courage to act thoughtfully when the moment arrives. The horizon of AI is vast, luminous, and inviting, but to reach it safely, one must move with intention, with knowledge, and with respect for the power at play. Success in this moment is available to anyone willing to learn from the past, observe the present carefully, and plan for the future intelligently, embracing both the excitement and the discipline required to navigate what is shaping up to be one of the most transformative periods in modern history. As we stand at the threshold of this extraordinary AI revolution, it is easy to feel a mixture of exhilaration and uncertainty, as though we are walking along a tightrope suspended between immense potential and unforeseeable risk. Every day, headlines shout about soaring valuations, record-breaking returns, and innovations that promise to redefine every aspect of life. Yet beneath the surface, the market whispers reminders of fragility. The truth is, momentum can be intoxicating, drawing even the most disciplined minds into a current that moves faster than reason itself. Abigail Johnson often warns that moments like these, when enthusiasm runs wild, are exactly when clarity becomes most important. It is not enough to follow trends blindly or to assume that growth will continue indefinitely. History is littered with examples of brilliance undone by impatience, overconfidence, or failure to recognize the signs of a turning tide. Imagine standing on the edge of this new frontier, staring at opportunities that seem limitless, yet sensing the subtle tremors beneath the surface, fluctuations, volatility, and the ever-present risk that concentrated exposure can magnify losses as quickly as it magnifies gains. There is suspense in the air because no one can predict precisely when a moment of reckoning will arrive. It might be tomorrow, next month, or years from now, yet the lesson is timeless. Those who prepare thoughtfully, who temper ambition with insight, are always positioned to endure and thrive. In the rush of the AI boom, some investors are captivated by the idea of getting in early, of being part of what seems like a once-in-a-lifetime surge, yet the wisest approach is not about speed, but about understanding. Abigail Johnson emphasizes the power of perspective, reminding us that meaningful growth comes to those who balance curiosity and courage with caution and preparation. To capture opportunity without succumbing to overexposure requires not only financial literacy, but also emotional intelligence, the ability to observe the market without being consumed by its highs and lows, to act decisively while maintaining a long-term view, and to distinguish between excitement that signals opportunity and excitement that signals danger. Suspense in this context is not just a narrative device. It is a reflection of reality. Every investment carries the duality of promise and peril, and the AI sector exemplifies that duality perfectly. as innovations unfold and AI becomes increasingly integrated into our daily lives, we are faced with choices that are as philosophical as they are financial. Do we allow ourselves to be swept away by the allure of rapid gains, or do we anchor ourselves in knowledge and strategy, recognizing that true wealth is rarely the product of impulse? Abigail Johnson's insights illuminate this tension, showing that those who endure, who study cycles, and who act with deliberate care are the ones who emerge stronger, regardless of the market's immediate fluctuations. It is tempting to view AI as a magical engine that guarantees success, but the reality is that every technological revolution tests our judgment, our discipline, and our ability to navigate uncertainty. Suspense builds because the outcomes are not predetermined. The very same innovations that create wealth for some can bring challenges to others, depending on the decisions they make, the risks they accept, and the foresight they exercise. And yet this tension is precisely what makes the journey meaningful. There is an undeniable thrill in participating in something larger than oneself, in witnessing the birth of transformative technology, while also shaping one's path through it. Abigail Johnson often frames this as the intersection of insight and action, an approach that balances hope with realism, anticipation with preparation. In this moment, as AI stocks dominate index returns and headlines capture our imagination, there is an opportunity to reflect on what success truly means. It is not simply about the numbers, the percentages, or the accolades. It is about developing the capacity to see beyond immediate gratification, to recognize patterns that others ignore, and to act in ways that align with long-term goals rather than short-term impulses. Suspense is heightened because the future is unknowable, yet within that uncertainty lies immense potential. The market will test patience, discipline, and conviction. And those who have cultivated a mindset of thoughtful observation, as Abigail Johnson advocates, will find themselves prepared to seize opportunities that others may overlook. This is not merely a lesson in investing, it is a lesson in life itself. AI represents change on a scale few have experienced, but change in any form challenges us to grow, adapt, and remain vigilant. The individuals who thrive are those who embrace uncertainty not with fear, but with respect, using it as a guide to inform decisions rather than as an excuse to act rashly. Abigail Johnson's philosophy reminds us that wealth is not built by chasing fads. It is built by understanding cycles, by measuring momentum, and by having the courage to act decisively when the moment is right. And here, in the midst of the $12 trillion AI surge, that courage is paired with responsibility. The responsibility to balance opportunity with risk, innovation with stability, and enthusiasm with discernment. The suspense, then, is not just about the market or the stocks. It is about the choices we make in response to the forces shaping our world. Every decision, every moment of hesitation or action carries consequences. The horizon is filled with dazzling possibilities, yet those who rush without reflection may find that what appears to be a wind at their back can quickly become a storm at their face. Abigail Johnson's insights are invaluable because they teach us how to read the currents, how to sense shifts before they become crises, and how to align ambition with prudence. In this way, suspense becomes a tool, a reminder that every opportunity requires respect, awareness, and strategic thought. AI will continue to redefine industries, markets, and lives, but the ultimate question is how we engage with it. Will we act as passive observers, caught in the flow of momentum, or will we approach it as thoughtful participants, aware of the stakes, attuned to history, and guided by principles that endure beyond any single market cycle? The answers lie in preparation, discipline, and insight. The AI boom, with all its promise and uncertainty, challenges us to grow intellectually, emotionally, and strategically. Abigail Johnson's perspective offers a compass in these turbulent times, showing that the path to meaningful success is carved not by luck, hype, or impulse, but by deliberate thought, careful action, and a willingness to navigate suspense with confidence and awareness. The excitement is real, the stakes are high, and the horizon is limitless. But those who embrace the journey with insight, reflection, and measured courage will find that they are not merely chasing wealth, they are shaping a legacy that can endure long after the moment passes. As the horizon of artificial intelligence continues to expand, the question is no longer whether opportunity exists, but how we choose to engage with it. The AI revolution is not simply a market phenomenon, it is a reflection of human ingenuity, ambition, and the relentless drive to shape the future. Every breakthrough, every innovation carries with it the potential for profound change, and yet this same potential demands discernment, patience, and a disciplined approach. Those who rush in unprepared, chasing every surge and headline, risk losing not only capital but clarity, focus, and the confidence that comes from understanding the rhythm of progress. Abigail Johnson, in her thoughtful examination of market cycles, reminds us that wisdom often lies in restraint, in knowing when to act and when to observe. The most enduring successes are rarely forged in moments of reckless enthusiasm. They are cultivated over time through deliberate action, careful study, and the courage to stand firm when uncertainty clouds the horizon. AI stocks today dominate index returns, capturing the imagination of investors worldwide. Yet concentration risk is rising and volatility is inevitable. This is the paradox of opportunity. The same force that can generate extraordinary wealth can also expose us to unforeseen challenges if we fail to maintain balance. To navigate this era successfully, one must embrace a mindset that blends optimism with prudence, curiosity with discipline, and ambition with reflection. Abigail Johnson's philosophy emphasizes the power of perspective, showing that growth without preparation can be fleeting, while patient, informed action can transform fleeting momentum into lasting achievement. It is tempting to measure success solely in financial terms, but the deeper lesson of the AI boom extends far beyond profit margins. It is about cultivating awareness, understanding cycles of innovation, and developing the resilience to persevere when outcomes are uncertain. The market, like life itself, tests patience, discipline, and character, and those who rise to meet these tests emerge stronger, wiser, and better equipped to harness opportunity. Suspense, the sense of not knowing what the next moment will bring, is not a barrier, but a signal, a reminder that every decision matters, that timing is crucial, and that insight can make the difference between fleeting gains and enduring growth. The AI revolution challenges us to think not only about the technologies themselves, but about the broader forces shaping society, business, and human potential. Every algorithm, every innovation, every breakthrough is part of a larger tapestry. And those who can read its patterns, anticipate shifts, and act thoughtfully will find themselves at the forefront of transformation. Abigail Johnson teaches that foresight is cultivated, not inherited. It comes from studying history, recognizing patterns, and applying knowledge with discernment. To engage with AI wisely is to recognize that momentum alone is insufficient, that opportunities are best captured through strategy and foresight, and that risk is not eliminated but managed through awareness and balance. Imagine for a moment the countless innovators, thinkers, and investors who have stood on similar thresholds before us. They faced uncertainty, risk, and doubt, yet their vision allowed them to see beyond immediate fluctuations to the possibilities that lay ahead. Today, AI offers a similar threshold, a chance to participate in something transformative while exercising the judgment necessary to navigate its complexities. Success in this era will belong not to those who chase hype, but to those who prepare, who study, and who approach opportunity with both humility and confidence. Abigail Johnson's insights illuminate the path forward, showing that the principles of thoughtful investing are timeless. Patience, perspective, and disciplined action. Beyond the charts and indices, AI is reshaping lives, creating solutions that touch healthcare, finance, transportation, education, and countless other areas. Those who engage with it thoughtfully are not merely investing in stocks. They are participating in the evolution of society, in shaping systems that have the power to improve lives and redefine possibility. This is the real wealth of the AI revolution, the chance to be part of something larger than oneself, to learn, grow, and contribute meaningfully while securing one's own path to success. Yet, this opportunity carries responsibility. It requires that we avoid overexposure, that we resist the temptation to chase every surge, and that we remain grounded even as excitement builds around us. Abigail Johnson's perspective offers a compass for these decisions, reminding us that preparation, knowledge, and foresight are our greatest allies. By embracing these qualities, we can navigate the uncertainties of the market with confidence, capturing growth without sacrificing stability and turning potential risk into strategic advantage. The journey is not without challenges. Markets fluctuate, trends shift, and outcomes remain uncertain. But within this uncertainty lies the essence of possibility, the very reason why history remembers those who acted wisely during transformative periods. Each decision we make today, each insight we gain, and each action we take positions us to not only survive, but thrive in the world that AI is helping to create. Abigail Johnson's teachings reinforce that enduring success is cultivated over time through careful observation, informed judgment, and disciplined execution. The AI boom, with all its scale and intensity, is a test of both character and intellect. It asks us to combine vision with prudence, courage with preparation, and ambition with strategic thought. Those who heed these lessons will find that wealth is not merely a matter of timing or luck. It is a reflection of insight, patience, and the ability to navigate change deliberately. As we look ahead, the path is clear for those willing to walk it thoughtfully. Growth, innovation, and opportunity await those who study patterns, act with intention, and respect the forces shaping our world. Abigail Johnson inspires us to see beyond the immediate surge of excitement and to recognize that true achievement is built on understanding, discipline, and action informed by knowledge. The AI revolution is both thrilling and challenging, but it offers rewards commensurate with the effort, reflection, and wisdom we bring to it. And so the choice is ours to move forward with insight, courage, and discipline, seizing the possibilities that lie ahead, or to be swept along by the currents of momentary hype, risking clarity and opportunity in the process. The horizon is vast, the potential immense, and the lessons timeless. Those who approach this moment thoughtfully, guided by principles like those exemplified by Abigail Johnson, will not only capture growth, they will shape a future that reflects intention, resilience, and enduring impact. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.